Why are libertarian property rights crucial against state power? Imagine a world where the government can take your belongings whenever it wants, or control how you use your land and possessions. Sounds unsettling, right? That's why understanding why libertarian property rights matter is so important. These rights are not just about owning things, they are about protecting your freedom from overreach. Libertarian property rights are based on the idea that each person owns themselves and the things they acquire peacefully. This concept is called self-ownership. When you own your body and what you earn, the government cannot just seize your property without your consent. These rights are seen as natural, meaning they exist independently of any government. They include the right to use, transfer, and benefit from your property as you see fit. Having strong property rights means the state cannot arbitrarily take your possessions or regulate how you use them. For example, if you own land, you should be able to decide whether to build on it or farm it without unnecessary interference. Libertarians argue that if property rights are secure, people can resist unjust laws and avoid forced taxes or asset seizures. This acts as a shield against government overreach. A key point is that any transfer of property must be voluntary. The government cannot confiscate property unless it is to fix a proven harm, like a crime. Practices like eminent domain, where the government takes land for public projects, or civil asset forfeiture, where assets are seized without a criminal conviction, are seen as violations of these rights. Libertarians strongly oppose these actions because they undermine individual ownership. Libertarian property rights also prevent excessive regulation. The government cannot impose arbitrary rules on how you use your property. For example, you should be free to run your business or develop your land as long as you do not harm others. This limits the growth of bureaucratic control and keeps individual freedom intact. In modern debates, critics sometimes say that property rights can cause inequality or conflict. Libertarians respond that clear property rights actually reduce disputes because everyone knows what they own and how to resolve disagreements peacefully. When property is respected, conflicts tend to be settled through negotiation or restitution, not through government force. Having strong property rights encourages wealth building and long-term planning. People can start businesses or invest in property without fearing government interference. This creates a society where individuals are more independent and less dependent on government support. It also makes it harder for the government to use property as a tool for social or political control. In the end, libertarian property rights act as a safeguard against state power. They protect your freedom, limit government overreach, and create a framework where peaceful, voluntary interactions can happen. Without these rights, the government could easily expand its authority and infringe on individual liberty. That's why they are so vital in the ongoing discussions about liberty and the future of society.